So coding skill is a must. I was always curious about the moon missions that
Professor want to explain between the 3 minutes they wanted some answer from the students. It's like the communication.
Yeah.
It's the interaction.
Yeah.
That time you will feel like you have to think something, right? One part you are consuming, and another process is you are consuming and you are trying to deliver something. So hello friends. So today we are going to discuss with our new guest. His name is Goutham and he's from Kerala. So he's studying at TU Berlin, right?
Yeah.
मास्टर्स इन स्पेस इंजीनियरिंग. आइए उनसे बात करते हैं और उनसे मिलते हैं, देखते हैं उनका एक्सपीरियंस क्या है ट्यू बर्लिन के बारे में और उनका पूरा एकेडमी के बारे में. Okay, welcome Gautam. How are you?
are good. Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you one thing first. When and why you decided to study in Germany?
I wanted to study space engineering, more of aerospace engineering, something related to aerospace engineering. So the country of Germany was like it's always a better place for anyone who is attracted towards space or aerospace engineering, because when we compare it to US, there are many obstructions in the US for even after we complete a course in aerospace or space engineering, we wouldn't be able to find a job in aerospace sector in US. But it's not that hard for when we complete our study in our Germany.
You are completed your bachelor's of technology in mechanical engineering. Okay.
Yeah.
So after doing mechanical engineering, what is the relation between mechanical engineering and space engineering?
Space engineering is totally different from aerospace engineering. So the subject that is more connected with mechanical engineering is actually aerospace engineering.
Okay.
I chose space engineering because I wanted to learn more than what I've learned in mechanical engineering, because I always wanted to learn some electronic stuff and more other kind of technology stuff. So my course is particularly space systems engineering. So it's after the course we'll be able to find jobs in the satellite systems engineering post. So systems engineering is a newly rising area of engineering where it's we'll be in charge of managing the project. Like a systems engineer should be aware of every subsystems in a project. So to be a systems engineer, we need to learn electronics, communication, mechanical engineering.
Okay, okay. So if someone doing EC in BTech, okay, so maybe it will be more effective for the EC student, right? Because if someone is completed EC and they want to do career in space engineering, that is the more relation between the mechanical engineering.
Not really. Space engineering is actually a culmination of mechanical engineering, electronical engineering, electrical engineering. So we need to learn almost everything.
Okay, then what is the specific requirement to do masters in space engineering? So means any engineering background students can do it? Yes, specifically from mechanical engineering and EC students can do space engineering.
Actually, yeah, any engineering graduate can do it, but mostly the university prefer graduates from mechanical engineering, electronics, or electronics and communication background.
Nowadays, any Indian university provides masters in space engineering in India?
I doubt. There is a Indian Institute of Space Technology, IIST, in Trivandrum. Okay. So it's actually a part of ISRO. So they provide a space engineering course. Other than that, I don't think any Indian universities are providing. I don't know about IITs, but not sure.
Okay. Means nowadays in India, you will not find that much of crowd in space engineering.
Yeah, it's even in India, there are many universities providing aerospace engineering masters and also aeronautical engineering masters.
Yes.
So aerospace engineering is kind of more inclined to mechanical engineering, but space engineering is a bit different.
So can you little bit educate me? What is the main job in the space engineering? Means suppose if anyone want to do career in aeronautics, what they can do, and what if you are doing in space engineering, what you will able to do?
Yeah.
What is the work difference?
Okay. Aerospace engineering is a common field of engineering, so there will be more inclined to mechanical. So there would be related to structural engineering, fluid dynamics, and more inclined to mechanical. What we have learned in mechanical engineering. But when it comes to space engineering, in my course, it's actually about satellites. So what we do is designing a satellite, or even a satellite have different subsystems. So there will be a mechanical subsystem for a satellite. There will be an electronic subsystem for a satellite. There will be a communication subsystem. So we need to be aware of every subsystems of a satellite.
Let me give an example. If I will be wrong, then correct me. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that means if someone is want to do career in aeronautical engineering or aerospace engineering, that means maybe the student can able to build a plane like that.
Yeah.
Maybe you design a plane. Maybe the part of the manufacturing of the plane, right?
Yeah.
Like that. Or if you want to do space engineering, that means it's all about satellite.
It's mostly we are going out of Earth. Anything that any technology that we are going to use out of the Earth surface, we can be saying it as space engineering. So it's like it can be a satellite, it can be a telescope.
Yeah. Anything. So it's like
it's like
related to space.
Space station, or like human exploration in Mars, like or going to moon. So it's what actually even in my course we are even learning about manned missions that human have carried out in moon. So it's more into outer space.
Okay. So why you end up with this decision? Because there are not so much of awareness in India, the point of space engineering. There are lots of traffic in aerospace, aeronautics. So how you get that idea where you thought like, no, I have to do something different, right? Because there is no Indian university providing the space engineering courses, right, in bachelor's and master's as well.
Yes,
maybe
there are like very few,
but few. Maybe there is one or two like that, right? So how you get that idea?
Actually, I was always fascinated about satellite and outer space engineering, the technology, the cosmic sciences and stuff. So I got an opportunity to do an internship at ISRO in Trivandrum. So at that time, I was able to study more about orbital mechanics, satellites, how they revolve around the Earth. So it's like it was kind of interesting for me.
Maximum of the people, they don't know why they are doing.
Yeah,
that's why I want to listen from you. Is there any specific curiosity you are doing? You are just browsing what is the best option after mechanical engineering, and
no.
Got to throw to Google that there is one option in space engineering.
No.
That is very fascinated.
No,
I want to know the vision.
Yes. Even during my bachelor's, I did a few projects related to space engineering, mostly as more related to satellites and stuff. That's what I said. Like I got an opportunity to do an internship at Indian Space Research Organization. So that was all, because I always wanted to learn about satellites and how things are going to change, because every technology like we are using now, even our smartphone, the Google GPS, so it all has an effect of satellite technology. It all depends on the satellite technology. So it's a wide area. It's quite fascinating area. So I always wanted to learn that. As a kid, I was always curious about the moon missions, and various space missions that happened. So I was always a space.
So that means you are also fascinated about NASA.
Yeah, like the works they have done, I'm quite fascinated about that.
There was one movie like they sent two robots to the Mars. Did you watch that movie?
Yeah, I watched many space-related movies, because those movies have given me inspirations to.
Means I am unable to particularly remind that movie. There is one is there is two robots.
Okay.
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 Say they sent to the Mars
Mm-hmm.
to means know about what is the things living things in Mars. Yeah, there is water or not. Okay. The lifespan of the robot may be 14 years. Mean they sent for a 1 week or 2 week.
Okay.
And this is a means biopic like that. This is a real story.
Okay.
So
Should
there
be
is
some
kind of
about
name I
the
am.
Curiosity rover or like.
Yeah, like that. Do you know that story? Rover and something.
I haven't seen the movie, but I know about the rover, the Mars missions. That
Yeah. I say means the robot maybe lives for maybe 14 years approximately.
Yeah.
Like that. I watched that movie. So just if you are free, then just watch that movie.
Yeah, sure.
You will feel like this. There is a literally how those scientists curious about that robot, just like his baby.
Oh, really?
So it will be
Should be
fascinating.
interesting.
So means I recently watched that movie.
Okay. Yeah, even watching movies was a movie addict. So
You are a movie addict?
yeah, like I even like watching space-related movies as well. So watching those movies have given me like a push to pursue a career in this particular sector.
Definitely. Okay, so let's take the main point. Now many Indian students or now many global students want to do career in space, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
What you will suggest them before coming to space engineering? What they need to know? Because now you have completed your second semester. Now you almost know what you did wrong in bachelor's, right? If you were equipped you in the specific skills, then maybe that is maybe going to help you in the future to start your career in space engineering. So what will you suggest them? So before jumping to the space engineering, try to keep in your mind you need this specific skill set. It will be easy to boost yourself.
Yeah, it's like for anyone who want to pursue a career in space, I would say learn whatever you are studying now. Like you'll be studying a bachelor's in mechanical engineering, or you'll be doing a bachelor's in electronics engineering. So it doesn't matter. What matters is like how deeply you know about your own subject. So even before joining this course, I wasn't that good with electronics and stuff, but I could learn more about electronics, and I got a thing for it now. So I would say whatever stream that you are in right now, go deep into that. Be sound in that particular field.
Okay, if someone from mechanical engineering, student is completely deep in that ocean, means in the mechanical ocean. Okay? So they need, suppose he completed his mechanical, now he's applying for space engineering. Okay, so between that process, will you recommend any kind of skills he needs to do?
Yeah, sure. Like
which kind of skills will help the students to pick that speed? Means what I realized when we are coming to the course, so we are that time we are realizing, okay, before that if I did this, then it will be a little bit easier for me to receive the lectures knowledge. So do you have any kind of recommendation? It's fine, it's okay if you are not preparing in your early stage. Means you are understanding what I am trying to explain. Right?
Yeah, I got. It's always good if you have a good coding skill, like whether you are a mechanical engineer or a civil engineer or a electronics engineer. Coding skill is a must for the
space.
Space or any jobs that are coming in the future. So a coding skill is a must, and getting a bit aware of electronics. Maybe PCB design, and maybe 3D printing, new technologies. That'd be also good. The thing is, even though my course actually teaches to be a systems engineer, nobody will be able to find a job as a systems engineering right after graduation, because it's a post which requires long years of experience. like a company wouldn't hire you right after you graduate from this course because you have completed this course. Because a systems engineering post is something that demands a lot of experience because you should be aware of each subsystems or each departments of a particular project. It would be maybe electronics or it would be communication. So normally people with an experience of less than a minimum of 5 years will be able to be a systems engineering in a space sector in an area that you have already experience with. Maybe you will be in mechanical engineering with a mechanical engineering working experience. Then you will be able to find a job as a mechanical engineering or a FEA engineer or a CAD designer in the field of space engineer. Then you can work in that particular field for 3 or 4 years. Then you can learn about other fields of space engineering. Maybe it will be electronics, it will be communication. Then you can be a systems engineer in that particular company.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about TU Berlin because if someone wants to join TU Berlin, maybe there are lots of students now applying for TU Berlin because maybe this is the right time for doing application. Because for the September intake, right? Maybe.
Yes. For different courses.
I don't know properly. Maybe this is the right time. So, what is the requirements for TU Berlin? Means someone is applying to do masters in space engineering at TU Berlin. What are the requirements? Because previous year you are doing your application by yourself. Yeah, you are doing application by any consultant.
No, I did it all by myself. Okay. The thing is, for different courses, the requirements are completely different. Mm-hmm. For my particular course, it's kind of an international course. Mm-hmm. So the whole course is taught in English. Mm-hmm. So you should have a proficiency in English. Like it'll be better if you can present an IELTS certificate. Okay. I think it was with a minimum score of 6.5. Okay. And a degree in engineering background, mostly preferred. But I have also few friends with bachelors in general science, like bachelors in physics. So the one of the other requirement is like you should be having an industrial or a research experience in the field of something related to space. It could be aerospace or a minimum of 1 year experience. That'd be better.
Okay, so is there any specific entrance examination or any specific interview?
Yeah, there will be an interview in the process. The first step is actually to send the details to the university. Then after the next process, in the next process, there will be an interview.
Okay, that means first you have to do the application. Yep. After completing the application, they will shortlist some candidates.
Yes.
So if they found your profile is good, then maybe they will shortlist you. Yeah. After that, they will conduct one interview. Yeah. So after that, they will decide they will provide the admission or not, right? Yes. This is the whole structure.
Yes.
So how many seats are for the international students?
Okay. It depends on different factors, I guess. Actually, the strength of our class is like 25 students, but that too from different countries. So normally the applicants from India, the number of applicants from India are normally high. So what they do is they only give admission to a particular 6 or 7 students from India for each batch because they wanted to keep it as an international multicultural atmosphere. So it's like in my class, actually there are students from different countries.
How many countries students are studying in Europe? Means how many colleagues are from different countries? Means what are the SQ? Means how many students are from India and how many countries are participating in your course? Maybe 3 to 4, more than 10 countries.
More than 10. Like I have friends from, in my class there are students from Spain, there are students from Colombia, Mexico, Korea, US. Yeah, and it depends on different batches.
Okay. So in a student perspective, now maybe is there any kind of competition is very high?
Yes.
Yeah, it's minimal. Maybe suppose you have any idea about that?
It's quite high. Like I know
to crack TU Berlin.
Yeah, I can say that. It's like depends on your profile. Like if you have a good profile, which you can showcase as to and you have an experience in this field, then it's not that hard to get in.
Okay, so when you were applying in the previous year, so you only decided for TU Berlin, yeah, you were applying for many universities. Like, how many universities you shortlisted for you?
Yeah, I always wanted to come to Germany. In Germany, there are mainly two universities providing space engineering masters. The one is TU Berlin, and the other one was University of Bremen.
University of Bremen.
Yeah, University of Bremen.
So you got acceptance from there?
Yeah, I got acceptance from University of Bremen as well. But the course in University of Bremen is a bit different because it's not a satellite systems engineering program. It's more inclined to mechanical engineering. So what they teach us, as far as I know, it's something more inclined to mechanical engineering. It could be rocket structure design, fluid dynamics. So in that particular sector, I think it's more inclined to rocket engineering.
Okay, that means you can apply for two universities. Also, you have to do your own research.
Yeah.
Being a student, maybe you will find some new universities.
Yeah,
maybe.
It actually depends on your interest. Like
Yeah.
If you're more interested into satellite systems engineering, then TU Berlin is the best one in Germany, I guess. And if you are into more into rocket technology, then I think in University of Bremen there are different projects going on in that field, and Bremen is also known as the space city of Germany. So there are big companies in the space sector, like big space sector.
So did you face any kind of problem during the visa, or it was completely hassle-free?
Yeah, there was no hassle. Like I got my admit card, the offer letter from the university. So I applied to the visa office in Bangalore. It was the VFS in Bangalore. So there was no hassle.
Okay.
It's like
Okay.
I got my visa in 30 days after my.
You are a part of TU Berlin.
Yeah.
So how TU Berlin treating you?
That's a difficult question to answer.
Yeah.
It's like how much we are into the activities of the university.
Allowed.
Yeah, I'm not a bachelor student, so I wasn't able to participate in more activities related to the university. So I have to spend so much time with the projects that I have with my studies. So, but actually, the thing I like about TU Berlin is it's a university with a multicultural environment. It's there are students from all over the world, so it's like you can make new friends from all around the world. And the good thing about TU Berlin is it has so many startups of its own, like spin-offs from TU Berlin. So the brand value of TU Berlin is actually quite good.
When you were coming to Berlin, you had some kind of expectations, right? Means because you are first time you were coming to foreign for your studies, right? So because you were already studying in India,
Yeah.
so there are lots of expectations from foreign university. Like when we were studying, also when I was studying in India, when I was planning to go abroad, that time also I have thought, means there are lots of thought in your mind that will be like this, that. Like you can relate maybe. Can you explain a little bit? Means what is the difference between Indian university and foreign university?
It's totally different. I can say only about my particular course because my course is actually a bit different from other courses that are being offered in TU Berlin.
Okay.
It's more a project-based course. So back in India, we were learning just theory. I never got that much opportunities to apply what I've learned. But here, the only thing we are doing projects, we are learning with the project. So it's more of a practical oriented thing. So I think particularly in Germany, universities focus more on the application level.
And how is the lectures? Means how the professors are providing the lectures? Means what are the pattern of the lectures?
Pattern is actually they in my particular course, professors are from different fields. Like there are many guest lecturers, so they'll be working at different space companies. Maybe they'll be working at the DLR, the German Space Agency, or maybe at the Airbus. So they will come and give guest lectures. So actually, we are getting exposure to different companies and their experiences through these guest lectures. So
because there is two kind of lectures. One is theoretical.
Yeah.
One professor will be standing. They will provide just lectures you will have to listen. And another thing is you are interacting. There is some kind of discussion. Because maximum Indian university, what happened, professor will come and provide the lectures and everyone will listen. In the foreign university also, it's not about Indian university, right? They will just open the PPT and they will teach you like this. That is a little boring.
But actually, so, it actually depends on the professor.
TU Berlin, is there like this or there is something different system?
It actually depends on the professor. Like even in my course, there are one or two professors who give long lectures, like just like in India. But most professors, I guess, they are ready for discussion. They welcome discussion. So it's like we have an opportunity, or we have the freedom to discuss anything related to study with them. Like there is no hierarchy or the hierarchical ego going on here.
So actually, what I understood, because I will not mention the name particularly. Okay, means I was attending when I was planning to foreign university. There are every people will say foreign is all about practical. In India you would say theory, and foreign is all about practical. So it's about practical. You are going to for quality education. Everything that is the fancy words, right? If you are searching in Google why to study in Germany, why to study abroad, you will get this point, like quality. So when I was attending the lecture, there were one lectures, they just like opened the PPT and just started reading. So I was sleeping for that class, right? After India. And there is another professor. So whatever professor want to explain, between the 3 minutes, they wanted some answer from the students. It's like the communication. It's the interaction. That time you will feel like you have to think something, right? One part you are consuming, and another process is you are consuming and you are trying to deliver something. So I am personally interested in this kind of lectures. I am explaining something. Between this, I will interrupt and I will try to listen your thoughts, your point of view. So I personally enjoying this kind of lecture. Otherwise, in the masters specifically, somebody will. There are some courses where you need to be listened properly. Otherwise, you can't crack it, right? So that is different kind of students. Give some review for TU Berlin. What will you say?
I can't give a review for the whole TU Berlin, but I can give you a review for the particular space engineering program here, the MSc program, because it was something that I always wanted to do. Because even I, as a student, engineering student, I hate just learning theory. So the good thing about this particular course is it's a portfolio based course. It's a project based course. So you have to do project. You have to do presentations. So for every subjects in this course, you'll have a project. It's actually you are learning the subject by doing a project. So even for exams, it's a portfolio exam. You'll be having a project submission. Your project submissions will be validated, checked, and you will be having a written exam. You will be having other kind of exams.
So what is your feedback? So it is completely satisfactory?
Yeah, for me, yeah, it is
5-star.
A 5-star. Yeah.
That means you recommend TU Berlin for this. If you want to career in space engineering, then you can recommend TU Berlin.
It depends on your interest.
Okay, but it's quite good. It's like because the TU9 is the best university in Germany, right? TU 9.
It's in
It's
the
for
TU 9.
technical university.
Yeah.
So TU Berlin is one of the TU 9, right? One of the best universities in the Germany, and TU Berlin is the best university. But means internet is demanding. Means what internet is saying, there are lots of ranking for TU Berlin. There is maybe what's top 100 or top 200, like it's TU Berlin. If I will ask you, it is a little bit difficult for you. If I will say to compare between IIT and TU Berlin, so who will be better?
I can do that because I've never studied in IIT.
Okay, but in a brand perspective, and because maybe you have not studied in IIT, but if you are any friends in IIT or something,
I think I've heard something like the work pressure or the amount of things that we have to learn in an IIT. It's quite huge. Yeah, it's quite high. But I think it's in the whole European universities, it's much more relaxed. We can study relaxed, and there are even options so that we can give a semester breaks. So even if we don't feel to study a particular semester, then we can take a break, or we only have to take a particular number of subjects that we really want to learn. So there's no compulsion.
Let's come to the real point. What are the career opportunity? Because if you are completing your masters by this year, okay. So how much will be your average starting package after completing the masters?
After completing masters, it's an average will be around. I think it's around 3,200 euros or something.
Okay, so means in Germany?
Yeah, in Germany, and it depends on the state. I mean the region that we are working. I mean in Bavaria, if you're working in a company in Bavaria near to Munich, it'll be much more.
Okay, so you're planning to settle in Germany?
I haven't decided. Yeah,
okay, no. But because you are planning to start job in Germany.
Yeah. After graduation, I want to work in a space engineering company.
Okay, suppose if any students completed their masters in TU Berlin and the students want to go back in India and want to start career in India. So what are the opportunity in India?
It actually depends on the field.
In particular, in this course.
Yeah, it's quite sure that the TU Berlin has a brand value. So I think it's possible for us to find a job in India. In particular,
do you have any idea of what is the basic, what is the average package in India for a space engineer?
I'm not sure. Like it depends on our experience, and the thing is like in India, most space-related companies are startups. So in a startup, the salary would be much less that compared to.
That means after completing this, maybe you can start a startup.
Yeah.
Right. Because it is the future demand.
Yeah, actually, I also have an entrepreneurship.
Okay, so what are you solving? Yeah, in the point of entrepreneurship, I have a question. During this process of space engineering, what are you solving? Means through the satellite, we are not connected. Means what are the benefit if someone is not from engineering background? But I am also not from engineering background because I have some engineering friend. I can relate. What are the value we are getting in space engineering like that? If someone has no idea about this, so how can you explain what are the value you are adding? Yeah. For completing the space engineering to society.
To the society, it's just like an engineer. Well, engineering is I consider myself like doing engineering is like a service to society. Like see how big companies like Microsoft or Google.
Let's talk about space engineering.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Suppose if you done your space engineering, so suppose you want to start a job. Okay. What will be your job role? Space engineering.
My role.
Yeah.
It would be my particular stream is actually related to mechanical. So in a space engineering company, I'll be most certainly working on something related with composites or structures.
Okay. Structure engineering like this.
Yeah, composite design.
Okay, so
design.
in which company? Suppose let's give an example of the company name. Okay. Means keep. Let me say suppose you want to start in X company or B company. What are you? Means you have some plan. Means you want to do job in that company. You have any plan? In Germany, have you decided any company name?
Yeah, there are many big companies. Working in a big company has its own advantage, but I think it would be better for me to start my career in a startup. Working in a startup, because working in a startup has its own benefits.
And one thing, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
that's what I want to listen. You want to do one startup. Startup means they are just starting.
I want to work in a startup. At the beginning
means
of my
maybe working startup means you are part of a startup, right? So what are they just trying to solve? Means suppose I want to that it will be a space company. Okay. Right. Suppose right now we both are planning to launch a startup. Okay. So what will we suggest to do that? Is there any idea? Suppose means you are not getting my point. Maybe after a master's, after this space engineering, if you want to do a startup, so what will be your objective? What do you want to do through that startup? If you assume that you want to do in business, you want to do. Just assume that. Okay. So
actually, in space engineering, there are many opportunities for startups. It really depends on which field you are interested in, and I have seen so many startups in space engineering, and many companies focusing on satellite data processing. So there are companies literally building satellite, and there are companies using the data provided by a satellite. So processing data is a big field.
Okay, suppose you are building satellite. So what will you do through that satellite? But you build one satellite. What is the use of that satellite?
It depends on the project.
Can you give me one example?
Okay, there are many. What do you say?
Okay, little bit deep. I want to go a little bit deeper. Because I have no idea about satellite.
Yeah,
right?
Because it's a general question. So
yeah,
it's a general question. For example, there are consider an ISRO satellite.
ISRO satellite.
Yeah, ISRO satellite.
I mean, what is the work of the satellite? I want to know. What is the work?
Yeah, we have, for example, for ISRO we have Oceanosat. There's a satellite called Oceanosat.
So what they do?
So what they do is this particular satellite it actually look around the ocean, and it get data from the ocean surface of the Earth.
Which kind of data?
It can be this data from this particular satellite can be used for knowing about the marine life in ocean, or maybe the ship traffic, or any particular activities that's happening in ocean. Maybe it could be predicting the weather. It can be a weather forecasting. So every day, it's like after coming to Germany, every day I check my phone for the weather, like the weather forecast. Okay. Actually, this particular weather forecasting is done by a satellite.
Okay.
So it really depends on the project. So
that means what? That means now I got my point. Means I want to relate, but actually what satellites doing us for our daily life, just like weather, right?
Yeah.
We need to check the weather. Yeah. That is happens because of the satellite.
Yeah, and even the GPS, we use it every day. Yeah. The GPS service. So it's actually a collection of satellites that everywhere we go, we are being tracked by this satellite. We are using it. So these are all satellites.
And our live location, everything is.
Yeah, it's all on satellites. So.
Okay, so is there any language requirement to do a job in your sector in Germany? Specific German language requirement or no?
it's always an advantage if you are proficient in German, like because most companies, other than in Berlin, they prefer people who can speak German. But it's not a must thing. Like if you want to stay in Berlin, Berlin is uh, Berlin is an international city, so most companies have the working language as English. So it won't be a problem if you are going to stay in Berlin and looking for a job in space engineering. There are many startups. And most of these startups have an international culture. Like in most of these startups, uh, people from all around the world they are working on this startup.
Okay.
But for big companies, like if you want to move out of Berlin, think like if you want to work somewhere in Bavaria or Munich, it's kind of a German city. So most companies like Ariane or Airbus, they will be having a different culture. So it'll be always better if you can learn German.
Okay, so is there any kind of alumni network system in TU Berlin? Means have you able to communicate with your alumni who have already done space engineering and who have already settled in their career?
Yeah.
Is there any system?
Yeah, we have a good network of with our alumni, because this particular course is actually managed by a startup. It's like a space startup. It's called B Space. So they are actually managing this course. So they are helping us to connect with our alumni or different persons in space engineering sector.
So did you find any Indian alumni there?
Yeah, there are. Yeah.
So means are they doing well in their career?
Yeah.
Means because there are some courses means after completing those course, how many means what is the data means that is 100% placement? Yeah, how many students are placed?
There is no such thing as a placement in Germany.
Means I am saying about the job opportunity in the sense because in India there is a placement statement, but in Germany, in those specific there is no placement statement. But I am saying if 25 students are graduating from TU Berlin, how many students are able to get their job? That is 100%.
I'm not sure, like,
because the alumni network can say their statistics, right?
In my particular course, I think most alumni are working
in a good position.
Yeah, mostly in the space sector.
Okay. So we almost.
I'm not aware of every alumni, but as far as I know, like there are job prospects.
Okay, so that means the average package you said it's like 3,000 euro, yeah, 3,500 euro, per month in Germany, excluding tax, including tax. Yeah,
it's excluding tax.
And it's quite good to start.
It actually depends. Like if you have experience before coming to Germany, so, and you have done your masters in a German university, so the salary that you get after graduating really depends on many factors.
Okay, so now we have done almost all academic questions, whatever a students searching on Google, right? When you were maybe planning, maybe you were searching these things. What are the alumni saying about these courses? Yeah. Okay, if I will do that course, will it be easy for me to get a job or not? Because maximum the students are thinking about this particularly. After completing this course, after graduating from TU Berlin, particularly in space engineering, am I able to get a job or not? Yeah. Now this question is tick mark. Means yeah, you are, but you have to deep dive in that.
Yeah, space. Sure. Like in any sector, there's no easy way to find a job. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can.
Yeah, you can. Of course.
It will be not like chasing IIT. Not like that.
Yeah.
Because chasing IIT is a very difficult task, right?
Chasing IIT, yeah.
I can say that. After 12th, I am saying that after 12th, if you want to get in the IIT, how much difficult? It will be not that much of difficult to get a job in Germany.
No, it won't be. It's because of the competition that we have in India. So it's in Germany there is no that much competition. So they are actually looking for skilled workers in the in different fields. Like it could be in engineering, it could be in the medical field. The German government is actively looking for skilled persons in all these fields.
Okay, so let's jump to a little bit funny question.
Okay.
About being an Indian.
Uh-huh.
So, are you feeling proud to being an Indian here? Means how are you? Means how you want to see be an Indian, and how people are serving you be an Indian. Means, are you getting
Like
the point?
how they treat me.
Yeah,
being an Indian.
Yeah.
There's not much difference. Like I never felt racism kind of thing in Germany. So.
You don't feel racism in Germany?
No, I haven't felt it.
Okay. So yeah, means I want to know this because in the whole international things,
most people doesn't care where you are coming from. So I think it's because I'm in Berlin, because Berlin is totally international city. So there are people from everywhere. So they don't really care about where you are coming from.
Okay, so and one more thing, being an Indian, are you able to take any advantages?
Like
yeah, it is similar for all because maybe there are lots of Indian students.
Mm-hmm.
You can find lots of Indian students here.
Yeah.
So if I'm talking about the Indian community,
mm-hmm.
so how they are treating you? Means when you came here first time.
Uh-huh.
So if you are finding if you want to find some solution, if you are in a problem,
mm-hmm.
so if you want any kind of help from Indian community,
mm-hmm.
are they really helpful?
Yeah, they are really helpful. I mean, there are Indian communities, and I would say there are communities for different states. I would say there are communities from Kerala.
There will be different groups.
Yeah, there will be different groups itself. So I think it's every people are helpful.
Okay. So everything is good.
Yeah, and I don't see a difference between you don't always have to search for Indians here, even though that's our comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
I would say being in Germany, being in Berlin, I haven't felt any difference talking to a person from other country.
Okay, that means you want to say mindset like global.
Yeah.
Means you don't need to present where are you from. You have to just present yourself.
Yeah.
They don't care who you are from. India, you are from Kenya, you are from Sri Lanka, you are from Pakistan. They don't care.
They don't really care.
Yeah, they will not able to give you the advantage. Like you are from India, so it's good. You are from Pakistan, you are bad. Not like that.
There's no advantage. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, because if what I felt, if you are saying India, every people who are nice, they will say, yeah, India is good. Like that.
Okay.
If it's Pakistan also, they will say, yeah, Pakistan is good. Maybe like that. Because suppose someone is saying he's from Italy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's from Ghana in South Africa.
Okay.
So what you will say? You will not say like, yo, Ghana is not good. You will obviously, if you're a nice person, you will obviously, yeah, Ghana is good. Yeah, the people are so.
The first thing is, I don't know about many cultures other than Indian culture. So any person coming from other countries, like meeting them is an opportunity for me to learn about their culture. So after coming in Berlin, I was able to make friends from different countries. So yeah, I don't really talk about their culture.
Yeah, because I'm asking this because I was doing lots of interviews. My dear friends, I enjoyed a lot. And what is your opinion about this podcast? Just comment below. And don't forget to like and share. Because your one like and your one comment will help to YouTube algorithm to grow this channel. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to know something new about the course, then just comment what you want to know about the courses. So I will try to connect with that alumni who have the experience about that courses. So thank you. Jai Hind.